Hello YouTube, Chris here, the Country Cottage Gardener. Welcome you back to another video. Right, okay, I've come to this property which I've been coming to for quite a few years, and the first visit after the storms. Now I'm not sure which video is going to come out first, the one where I go around like a madman, or this one. Madman one is where I'm doing lots of quotes. But anyway, I'm here, I'm just lighting the bonfire, letting that sort of kick up a little bit, putting on some of this dry stuff. Hopefully I can get that going, but there's so much destruction in this garden that I didn't know about. First off, is going to be this bit of fence that I'm going to do here. So I've got my my Widowmaker there. Why is it called a Widowmaker? Why is it called a Widowmaker? Basically, if I smack myself in the head with that, it's night nurse, and it have happened before. Actually, in fact, when I was actually filming at this property, doing fencing up the other end of this field. So I'm going to be basically using my toothpick here, which is really just brutal, big bit of steel bar, and jabbing like a rock spike into the ground, placing the posts in, and just using the post whacker to knock them down. I'm going to try and feed the bonfire at the same time because I've got so much over there. There is absolutely loads of debris all over this garden, which is a real shame. It looks like this conifer, which we're about to go past here, has actually got a real lean on it now as well. So that's going to have to come down. Well, I would get rid of it, but this is the main destruction here. Let's swing the camera around, you can have a look at this mess. So we've got this mess here, tree there, and then all of this in here. Funny enough, only a couple of weeks previous I put this in just to support this one because it's looking a bit suspicious, but that has just completely given up the ghost in there. It's going to make this corner very open. Oh, but I didn't know about that destruction, otherwise I would have. I've got a chainsaw with me, but I haven't got my chainsaw trousers, so it's kind of one of those things of, do I do the job today while I've got the bonfire going, or do I hold off? Tricky, innit? Tricky, but let's see if we can get this bonfire going and then actually whack some of these posts in. Right, okay, so that's all the posts hammered in, and I've put a first couple of, well, I've put the rails up with some screws. Just trying to get my glove on. So I put the first rail up with screws purely because there's so much tension where it's fallen down, there's so much tension in it that the screws will hold better than nails. So now I can go along and put 6-inch nails in, which is the normal sort of thing for this. I mean, this isn't precision fencing at all. This is literally making do. Better swing the camera around. So I'm feeding the fire as I go. Swing the camera around, you can have a little look. There's the fence line so far. You can see where the Widowmaker is. Well, there's actually only 2 screws holding that up so far, so that just shows the power of the screws over the nails, because we haven't got any nails down there at all. Put a bit more on this fire. I've just had a I've had a voicemail left from somebody wanting fencing. Of course, everybody wants fences. I've only reviewed one other job today after my epic battle the other day, and this one's come in recommendation from one that I'd done last year, which actually is that I put up as a DIY video of how to install fencing with concrete posts and gravel boards, and that's jumped up over 2,000 views in the last 48 hours. Go figure. Anyway, let's carry on with this. Alrighty, so we've got the bonfire ticking away nicely over there. We've got this good enough. It's certainly not the straightest fence line in the world, but when all the chestnut is actually all over the place anyway, that's what it is. But the bonfire is doing really well, considering how much rain we've had lately. I wanted to do this before Christmas, but been so many other things going on that it's just one of those things that got put to the wayside. Got some limbs here from an apple tree which came down in the first lot of storms, so I've got to put that on there now. It's always good. So what I've been doing is I've been mixing in the wetter stuff. So there was some conifer, no it wasn't, taxus. There's some taxus I was putting in there. And I'm mixing it in with the woody stuff, so the wet stuff sort of dries out, and that's when it goes into that thicker smoke, and then the woodier stuff, you know, helps the fire along. Anyway, let's chuck this bit on here. Alright, so this is part 2. Now I haven't got chainsaw gear with me, so well, handsaw and lopper job. This is not going to be fun. I'm going to have to do that, and then bonfires over that direction. So what I'm going to do is drag it down through there and chuck it over the fence, and then pull it over that way, I think. Right, okay, what I've decided to do is trip over a log. What I decided to do is sack off the bonfire, because the rain is just coming in, and also I'm fighting against the dark. I mean, it's what, 4:15, and because we've got such dark skies that I haven't got long on the light, I don't reckon. I think I struggled to get all this taken down to the bonfire. Oh, so much of it. Anyway, whinging won't help. Crack on. This has got to be one of the hardest bits of this job, is dragging brash around, moving waste from A to B. If you had a chipper, of course you could chip it right there, put it onto the beds. But some of the girth on this is a bit much for a chipper the sort of size that I would want. Or, well, what I need and what I want are two different things. What we want from tools and what we need from tools is the difference between having money in the bank and not, I guess. Oh, it can get very boring opening and closing gates. Oh, I think I should have put a kilt on for the second half of this video. Don't he moan? Don't he moan? Oh, right, well, last wheelbarrow, tidying up. I feel absolutely exhausted and hungry as anything as well. Do you know, I'm truly, and I mean this deeply, that I'm going to miss this place when I leave it, because coming here for so long, you put so much into these places, it becomes part of you. Gardening isn't just a job for me, it's part of me. Hopefully that makes sense, not too soppy. But there's so many. This is a good thing about YouTube as well for me, is that I've had the pleasure of doing videos here, so I can look back and enjoy things. Yeah, I'll take you on a little tour in a second. I'll put some cards up and tell you about the videos that I've done, so you can have a little look back, I guess. Anyway, let's unload these stumps. Did those over there. I did a video of this hazel last year as well. I filmed doing these beech hedges before. I've done mowing videos here. Did a mowing video with my boy actually. My original little seedling, he come out on the ride-on mower with me. I've done jobs, film jobs of that hedge over there. I'd put that pergola in. Also around the lake. Yeah, all sorts. I mean, truly sad. Truly sad. Anyway, thanks for watching.